Hey, how are you doing?
Good, boys, yourselves?
Very good to be here. How are you?
On the way down the road to Sea Sessions, which is a massive weekend, yeah.
Yeah, really excited about the weekend. It's going to be deadly. We're excited about getting back to Bundoran and playing Sea Sessions. It's a great festival. We played it before and we're happy to get back there. Yeah,
brilliant. And we couldn't get you at a better time. The album's gone straight in at number one. That's a special feeling, I'm sure, when you heard that news.
It is. It was really special because we found out it went to number one the same day that our drummer got married.
Excellent.
So it was a double celebration, and we were all there, and yeah, it's it's all the hard work, I suppose, paid off.
It's great to be playing Sea Sessions with the number one as well, because the first time we've played it twice before, and we certainly weren't headlining the first time we played it. So it's good to see the progress. And
it's really cool to see the poster and our name up at the very top above Primal Scream. The band that
that's the achievement there.
Yeah, it's cool. We want to get that framed.
It's great that you get a kick out of that. Still, you've been together a couple of years now. The album now's maturity maybe of works.
Yeah, you're being generous there with a couple of years.
But he's looked very young.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank God this is radio. No, we're still clinging.
Camera there.
Still clinging to the wreckage. But no, we're happy. We're delighted with the number one. And as you say, we've been together a few years now, and we've been working hard, and we still love it. So we are things like that where we see our name on the top of a poster still gives us a kick, and turn on the radio and hearing our single getting played, we still get a kick out of that. That stuff never gets old, so I don't think it will.
Excellent. We're going to hear a couple of tunes. So what's the first?
Yeah, we're going to play our last single, which is called We Couldn't Fake It.
Excellent. Live on Ocean FM, the Coronas.
Cool. Covered in water, they left me for dead. She's somebody's daughter, somebody's friend. Did you notice me? Oh, did you notice me? Oh, I was screaming, but you're already leaving, and I'm mad at myself. Yeah, I almost believe them. Don't let me waste your time, 'cause we had it all before, and we never like that. Leave it alone, we don't need to change your minds, 'cause we never changed at all. Yeah, we couldn't fake that, no. And now it looks over before it even begins. I throw you over my shoulder, here we go again. We're focusing up, we're focusing up, and I'm screaming 'cause you're already leaving, and I'm just mad at myself, yeah, 'cause I almost believe them. Don't let me waste your time, 'cause we had it all before, and we never like that. Leave it alone, we don't need to change your minds, 'cause we never changed at all. Yeah, we couldn't fake that, we couldn't fake that. We couldn't fake that. So let them all ignore us. I feel it, do you feel it? We know it's more important. Believe it when you see it. Take something from it, even if you gotta take some of the blame. Find something that you know you can't replace. Don't let me waste your time, 'cause we heard it all before, and we never like that. Leave it alone, we don't need to change your minds, 'cause we never changed at all. Yeah, we couldn't fake that, we couldn't fake that. We couldn't fake that, we couldn't fake that. We couldn't fake that.
I wish there was more than me in here clapping.
Well, we can clap ourselves. Yeah, ooh, that's so good. Dave's my favourite. Yeah.
We were remarking outside when you were just sound checking with that it was identical to the record. And
Oh, really? Yeah.
I was doing the drums in my own head.
The big Phil Collins moment. Yeah, it doesn't quite come across when we have the two acoustic guitars. It was so funny because I remember when our producer first suggested that big drum fill in the breakdown, I was like, lads, that's a bit much. But now it's probably my favourite part of the song. Like,
It's a hook. From a number one selling album, Trust the Wire, straight in at number one. Tell me, boys, about sharing the stage with the likes of Paul McCartney and Pink and all these other massive acts that you've been around with.
Yeah, well, Pink is pretty good, but I mean, it doesn't get much better than Paul McCartney. You know, that was definitely a moment we'll never forget. It's one of those ones that you can tell the grandkids. We found out very late that we got that support. I think it was the Wednesday before the gig was in the RDS on the Saturday, and it was just amazing. I mean, we obviously are huge Beatles fans, huge McCartney fans, you know. Not so much Wings, but
he's straight about this.
But no, he
came out and met us as well. It was real nice and told us not to break up.
Yeah,
and the best advice, I think.
No Yoko Onos and
exactly.
Brilliant. Who are you listening to yourselves coming up the road today on the road trip? Who are the Coronas listening to?
Well, we have the radio on. We listen to Ocean FM, of course.
Obviously.
That's getting thumbs up from the staff outside there. But no, I mean, we listen to lots of different stuff. I think we like James Vincent with Morrow, Bon Iver, I think we listened to recently.
I've been to Phoenix's new album and
the
National stuff. But I know there's a lot of gigs on the summer. Like Danny was lucky enough to get tickets to Radiohead.
Okay, I went to Radiohead on Tuesday. It was amazing. We saw Arcade Fire recently as well. So there's loads of amazing music and great Irish music as well. Bell X1 is to listen to their last album, and as I say, James Vincent with Morrow, Gavin James. There's loads of amazing people around at the moment. You know.
Excellent. The US are going to be seeing you in Canada as well. That's a massive thing as well.
Yeah, the tickets just went on sale today actually for our US tour, so we haven't played there in a couple of years. Really excited about getting back there. We've got about 7 gigs throughout, we're playing Chicago, San Francisco, New York, not in that order. Don't ask me what order we're doing them in.
We're getting on the bus and going around having the crack for a couple of weeks.
It's going to be good. It's going to be really busy from September to Christmas. We're doing Europe. We were just about to announce an Australian tour as well, and the UK and America, so it'll be really busy, but we're really excited about it.
Excellent. But with the likes of Spotify and all the rest now, it's a whole new audience is out there. It's just a click away from generating fans on the other side of the world that maybe you wouldn't have got in the past.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's funny, you see people on the Twitter and stuff, people contacting us from all over the world going, I just heard your music on a playlist or whatever, and and so it's a great thing about streaming music. It's so accessible,
Yeah. So you're on stage tomorrow night at C Sessions. What's next? You have more tours around or gigs around the country as well coming up.
Yeah, we've got our biggest ever show next Saturday night in Dublin in Kilmainham, which is we're really excited about. Royal Hospital Kilmainham. It's just sold out a couple of weeks ago as well, so really excited about that. It'll be obviously our hometown gig. We've got a big gig the night before in Cork in the Marquee. And then we'll be back in Cork at the end of the summer for Mitchelstown, the Independence, and Galway Arts Festival is of course we have it at the end of July as well. So apart from that, tomorrow night, that's really it for the summer. For here, we're just doing a few festivals, and then as I say, from September on it'll get busy. So it's great. We have a great old job. We're very lucky.
Yeah. And well, we can't let you go without acknowledging, of course, the Black family. Your mammy Mary was honoured just recently in the Late Late Show. A proud achievement for her as well. Yeah,
it was cool. It was a really, really, really nice thing to do. My uncles flew back from America for it, and the Black family got back the first time. They actually did a couple of shows as well themselves, and it's the first time all 5 of them had gigged together in 30 years or whatever. And I went to their gig in Liberty Hall in Dublin, and it was really, really good. Their harmonies are amazing, and I literally grew up listening to them. Literally, so it was cool. It was cool to do that for my man, and I was delighted. Very proud of her. She's
excellent. And Roisin's doing well as well. Roisin Owens, we just played her yesterday on the show. She's doing good too.
She's doing brilliantly. Yeah, she's working on some new songs at the moment, and so she's great, and she helped us out with a couple of the Coronas videos as well, and she was a first assistant director to our last 2 music videos, Real Feel and We Couldn't Fake It, which are probably my favourite 2 videos we've ever done. So she's a jack of all trades, I suppose, but she's brilliant singer, and very proud of her too.
Excellent. Now, with the girl out in the office earlier on, we introduced her and probably mortified her, but she's torturing me for weeks. With the Coronas coming in, would you ever ask them to do a certain song, and you serenaded her out there a little while ago? Pop all those videos up, no doubt, on social media. Coronas live on Ocean FM. This is the Lakes of Pontchartrain.
'cause on one bright March morning I bid New Orleans adieu, and I took the road to Jacksontown, my fortune to renew. And I cursed all foreign money, no credit could I gain, which filled my heart with longing for the lakes of Pontchartrain. Well, I stepped on board of a railroad cart underneath the morning sun, and I rode the road all evening and laid me down again. All strangers there, no friends to me, till a dark girl toward me came, and I fell in love with a Creole girl by the lakes of Pontchartrain. Well, I said, my pretty Creole girl, my money here's no good, and if it weren't for all the alligators, I'd sleep out in the wood. She said, you're welcome here, kind stranger, though my house is very plain, but we've never turned a stranger out on the banks of Pontchartrain. She took me to her mommy's house, and she treated me right well, and the hair upon her shoulders in jet black ringlets fell, and to try to paint her beauty, I'm sure it would be in vain. So handsome was my Creole girl by the lakes of Pontchartrain. Well, I said, oh no, and I asked her if she'd marry me. She said it could never be, for she had got a lover and he was lost at sea. She said that she would wait for him, and true that she would remain till he returned to his Creole girl by the lakes of Pontchartrain. So fare thee well, my Creole girl, may I never see you more, but I'll ne'er forget your kindness in your cottage by the shore, and at each social gathering of flowing glass I'll drain, and I'll drink a health to my Creole girl by the lakes of Pontchartrain.
Wow, is all I can say to you.
Well, about my forgetting of the lyrics or about the delivery of the song?
Well, as you said outside, there's about 12 verses.
I know,
on that song,
I know.
So
And I
forgiven
had
You got 11 of them.
Oh yeah, I had the first 10.
Well, it's an excuse to get you back the next time to do it right. I know that's Sharon's going to say to me.
I mean, it also proves that we're live here.
Yeah, exactly. Dave, tell me about the songwriting end of this. You know, when you go into real, is it you gather together? Does somebody come up with an idea?
Yeah, I suppose maybe when we started off, Danny had a lot of songs that he kind of wrote when he was growing up and stuff, and then as we kind of developed over the course of 5 albums, we've kind of shared the songwriting around a lot more, so we're quite good. We can go into a room together and no one's nervous to present an idea to someone. We know each other fairly well at this stage, so if someone has a bit, you kind of start with that, and like Danny's fairly good at melodies, so that kind of works that around, but it's pretty collaborative at this stage. And then so I think that's helped
this is where the tour bus in the States will come in handy when you're killing time between cities.
It's funny, we tend not to write too much on the road. Like, I think because you're busy gigging and you're playing every night, when you have a day off, you want to just go and, you know, walk around the city and you know,
get out of the bus and go
Yeah,
away from
exactly.
each other.
exactly. Spend lots of
Write a song. No.
So we always find we work best when we, after, say, we come back from touring and we take a week apart or whatever, and then we'll go away and lock ourselves away, like, you know, and that's what we did for this album. We went down to Dingle in County Kerry and locked ourselves away and just rented a house, and we worked on the new album together, as Dave says, for about a month, and you know, we were really, really happy with it. It's great that we can do that and sort of just, you know, as opposed to like hiring a little studio space for a day and setting up the gear and, okay lads, we have to do it now. You sort of set up the gear and there's no pressure, and you sort of play when you want and you know, take your time with it, and it just seems to work for us.
Home studios now is a big thing as well.
Exactly,
you can literally record anywhere now.
Absolutely, yeah. And even with demos we would do that ourselves, and I mean, Dave arrived with a song that ended up making the album called I Have No Age, and he had the majority of that whole song done himself on his own computer, and even a lot of the sounds that ended up making the album, and Dave had just, you know, wrote it from scratch on his home little studio, as you say, and we knew straight away that was cool. And even when we were re-recording the album properly, we still ended up using some of the sounds because, you know, it sounded so right, and it was cool. So it's great that you can be able to do that, you know. And you know, likewise, where I send Dave a little bit of a song called A Bit Withdrawn, I sent a little bit of a song that I just recorded myself.
Song.
I like that one.
Yeah, brilliant.
Cheers. Yeah, and so we just sent it to him, and that was how that song evolved. And he was like, "Yeah, I love that, I like the lyrics," and then we worked on it from there. So it's cool that you can do that and sort of send songs, email them to each other, and work on them that way as well. You know,
from having Gavin James in here and Brezzy and all these other big songwriters in lately, they're saying that there's more pressure now than ever to come with singles. Is a big thing now. There used to be a common thread on an album at one time, but now there's so much pressure on bands and songwriters for singles. And
we felt that, I think, a little bit with the last album, and it wasn't pressure really from the label, but we were like, okay, we want to go with singles for the long way. But with this album, we decided not to put too much pressure on it in that vein, and you know, so it's actually a more mellow album. I think there's probably less like real catchy, probably Real Feel is the one that's you know, radio friendly and sort of catchy and boppy, but there isn't too many songs like that, you know.
I think if you sort of set out to let's write a single, it's every time we've kind of tried that, even though a lot of our songs are kind of singling, but if you kind of try and do it, it comes across as a bit contrived to yourself. It's sort of, you're not really into it that much. And I think, but maybe there is pressure to get that one hit on Radio 1 in England, and then you're huge, but we're not really into that anymore. I think just sort of play
but
what
it comes across
like.
that the album is such top-notch stuff, and even yourselves performing everything live, it sounds just identical. All of your singles have been singles of the week. I think if you sang a Chinese phone book, I would be under pressure to make it single of the week, but it's a pleasure to have you. Could we tempt another song out of you before we let you go?
Sure, what would you like us to play?
Whatever you like, lads.
Okay, just give me 1 second to tune up. We'll do Mark My Words. Okay. Thanks very much, Bork. We're going to do an older song. This is Mark My Words. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are we running round in circles, beginning to wonder what it's all about? Moving back and forth for too long, don't think we ever really figured it out. But you always sound so certain, telling such colourful lies. Once again, yeah, I think that's great, but will anybody be here tonight? Mark my words, you'll know his name, and if you don't act now, you'll have yourselves to blame. From all that lies beside, he'll try to make them see. It's not like he didn't know before, but the love she gives just makes him want more. I can feel it close, I can feel it close, I can feel it close to me. Feel it close to me. And as he waits this illusion, remembers how he used to dream of her. He feels her head move toward his chest. He says his voice can still be heard. Mark my words, you'll know his name, and if you don't act now, you'll have yourself to blame. From all that lies beside, he'll try to make them see. It's not like he didn't know before, but the love she gives just makes him want more. And I can feel it close, I can feel it close, I can feel it close to me. Feel it close to me. Mark my words, you'll know his name. And if you don't act now, you'll have yourselves to blame. I can feel it close, I can feel it close, I can feel it close to me.